What I'm about to tell y'all I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years.
What I'm about to tell y'all, you haven't heard anywhere before. Caitlin Clark didn't just grow the WNBA. She transformed it. She did in 5 weeks what the league couldn't do in 5 years. When she arrived, everything changed overnight. Ticket sales, ratings, social media buzz, you name it. She made people who never cared about women's basketball start watching. She gave the WNBA mainstream attention that it had been chasing for decades. And now that she's gone, the silence is deafening. You can feel the void she left behind.
Look at this little chart right here. The Fever will have over 600,000 fans in attendance total this year. And the second best to that was in 1999 with the Washington Mystics at just over 400,000. So the Fever are going to account for over 200,000 more fans this year to their game.
Let's be real. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a movement. When she got drafted, the WNBA's numbers skyrocketed like never before. She did in 5 days what marketing departments couldn't pull off in 5 years. She broke viewing records, created storylines, and brought energy to the league that had been missing for years. But now that the Fever are out, that same energy has vanished. Ticket sales are tanking. Attendance has dipped hard. And for the first time, the league is realizing what it truly lost. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and it's irreplaceable.
Caitlin's departure, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full swing.
Let's talk facts. The Indiana Fever are on track to have over 600,000 fans attend their games this season. You know the second best attendance record in WNBA history? That was back in 1999, the Washington Mystics with just over 400,000. That's a 200,000 fan gap. Think about that. One player, one rookie, made that kind of difference. The Fever didn't suddenly become a powerhouse team overnight. What changed was Caitlin Clark. She's not just lifting her team, she's lifting the entire league.
I don't want to be in this situation next year where I'm saying, do you remember when you people were giving her grace, saying that she's 22, media training is not there. 1 year afterwards, she's still in the same position.
Now that Caitlin's gone, the WNBA's scrambling. They're pushing Aya Wilson everywhere. Interviews, features, promotions, hoping to fill the void. But it's not working. Fans aren't tuning in the same way. The excitement, the buzz, the electricity that followed Caitlin's every move, it's gone. The Liberty Aces playoff series should have been massive. Instead, the ratings dropped from over 1.8 million to barely 400,000. That's not just a dip, that's a collapse. The league is learning the hard way. You can't fake the Caitlin Clark effect. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. Caitlin Clark's fans have checked out. And can you blame them? They watched her get hacked, shoved, and slammed the floor with no fouls called. They saw the hate, the bias, the mistreatment. They saw her pushed around while refs looked the other way. It's exhausting. These are loyal fans, the kind who buy merch, travel, and fill arenas. But they're not dumb. They can see when the league isn't protecting its biggest star. And now, they've simply stopped watching. The message is loud and clear. You didn't protect her. So why should we protect your ratings?
Number of viewers for WNBA games that Caitlin Clark is not in is like 3 to 4 million. When she's in the game, when it's her game playing, it's like 17 million.
Yeah. Well, I also look at the attendance in the arena.
Yes.
It's 8 to 10,000 everywhere else. Caitlin Clark, 17, 18,000.
Yep. Caitlin Clark isn't just another great player. She's a generational phenomenon women's basketball has been waiting for. The first Division I player, male or female, to record 3,000 points, 900 assists, and 800 rebounds. That's history. Her impact goes far beyond numbers. It's cultural. She made casual fans care. She made arenas sell out. And she made people talk about the WNBA at work, at school, on Twitter, everywhere. When she's on the floor, it feels like an event. When she's not, it feels like the lights went out. That's the power of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. She is the first Division I player, and that is male or female, to record 3,000 points, 900 assists, and 800 rebounds.
The proof is in the numbers. When Caitlin plays, her games average over 1 million viewers. That's more than some NBA regular season games. Without her, the WNBA barely reaches 300,000. That's not a small difference. That's a canyon. Fans don't just watch her play. They plan their days around her games. They fill arenas of 17,000 to 18,000 seats, compared to usual 8,000 or 9,000 everywhere else. That's what happens when someone transcends a sport. She's not just a player, she's an experience.
All the women that have been calling for the equality, and now that there is the chance for them to start getting paid more because the exposure's up. Because it's her, you have people like, what's her name, Jamelia Hill or what? I can't stand her.
Yeah.
You got these women who are coming on here and they're saying it's because
Caitlin Clark is magnetic. It's not just her skills, it's the way she plays. Those deep logo threes, those laser passes, that fearless confidence. It's must-watch TV. She's got swagger, personality, and emotion. She makes basketball fun. That's why her jersey outsells everyone's. She connects with fans, young girls, old school hoopers, even people who never watched a WNBA game before. She plays like she's on a mission, and the world loves it. Caitlin doesn't just play basketball. She turns every game into a show. But here's where things get ugly. The WNBA hasn't protected her. Time after time, Caitlin's been targeted, shoved, hacked, fouled, with no whistles. And it's obvious. Refs treat her differently. The league's biggest draw, the one player bringing in millions of eyes, gets no respect. Instead of celebrating her, they let her take the hits. Literally. It's not just bad officiating. It's bad business. Fans see it. They post the clips. They're tired of the bias. They're tired of watching the league punish the very person who's saving it.
There is a Caitlin Clark effect on all of basketball, and especially on women's basketball ratings. Kudos to her. She has elevated an entire sport in viewership.
Now the fans are fighting back. They're not yelling. They're simply walking away. Ratings down. Attendance down. Engagement down. It's a silent boycott. And it's not just because Caitlin's out of the playoffs. It's because of how she's been treated all season long. The disrespect from refs, the lack of support from the league, the constant hate from other players. It all adds up. Fans are done supporting a system that refuses to protect its biggest star. The WNBA's losing its audience not because Caitlin's gone, but because they push her fans away.
Caitlin Clark is coming. Some people think she's already arrived. I don't. I think she's going to be even better. I think that what she has done for women's basketball, especially in this country, has been phenomenal. There is no woman, no matter how great you were as a player, Cheryl Swoops, there is no woman who should negate mentioning Caitlin Clark and what Caitlin Clark is doing.
Before Caitlin, the WNBA was fighting to stay relevant. She changed everything. She made it cool to watch women's basketball again. But now, with her out, the league feels like it's sliding back to the old days, quiet, overlooked, and struggling for headlines. Without her, the arenas aren't full. The energy isn't there. The casual fans aren't tuning in. Caitlin Clark built something special, something new, and the WNBA is at risk of throwing it all away if they don't learn how to protect, promote, and appreciate what she brings.